Seventh Doctor. Let's have a look at the Seventh Doctor poll. See how we're doing this year. He was a riddle wrapped in an enigma in a question mark sweater. Well, listen, he was a riddle wrapped in an enigma, from Revelation, Remembrance of the Daleks onwards. Before then, he was like a bit shit. Okay, let's be 10 quid for a crappy comic. It's unbelievable. And I want you to know, I've had so many comments of people on my review that are talking about that, saying, that's it, screw you. I have been ripped off by you. I'm no more. I'm not going back, right? I don't know what they're going to do for next issue to bring people back. I mean, listen, look, mate, with all the love in the world, that's shit, okay? That is just shit. I'm sorry. And I do love it dearly. So Remembrance of the Daleks #1. I think that's fair. And it's been staying #1. Curse of Fenric, also very fair. Survival. I prefer Ghostlight to Survival. I like the way Survival and Ghostlight flip-flop between each other. Greatest Show under them. I would put Greatest Show above Survival, right? I like Greatest Show a lot. I am waiting for season 25 to come out. Battlefield is much better watching the special edition, right? Happiness Pro is great. I adore that. Dragonfire was out, one piece of non-shitness in season 23, right? It's like, but look, I think everything's basically staying exactly static, right? Nothing really moves. Silver Nemesis hovers around the same. Paradise Towers. Okay, Paradise Towers. Had they shot that on location with somebody else playing the chief architect, and maybe have somebody playing Pex who was muscle bound, would have been much better. Time and the Rani at the bottom. That's understandable. They didn't know what they were doing with those early episodes. Andrew Cartmel was learning on the job. And look, for me, the season 25, walking into Remembrance of the Daleks, is similar to, what season was it? Season 9, Peter Capaldi coming out on the tank, right? I think that was... I wasn't that enamored with his first season. And I think the season, the season 9 when he kind of rebooted himself, right? He was much more being the Doctor at that point. Can't remember died of AIDS. Yes, he did. Yeah, quite a lot of people did. Eddie that has always dressed as a woman, but now he claims he's trans. He's not. He's just a transvestite. Hey, look, listen. They want to claim everything in the LBGQ alliance, right? They just do because they're bonkers. What do you want to tell you? They're bonkers and in control. Oh, and that John Nathan Turner pulled off a full-size Dalek shuttle was brilliant. I mean, that was absolutely brilliant. Just props for him for that. I mean, I think that made a huge difference. That cliffhanger. Get some CGI on it. You can fix that easily. So Doctor Who's 60th anniversary poll continues this issue as we focus on the final 3 years of Doctor Who's 20th, the classic we call it, before it came back in the 21st year. Earlier this year, we asked you to give a mark out of 10 to all 300 stories. Then we saw Jodie Whittaker got 0 for everything, right? Literally was the bottom of everything. They in fact, we slipped in dying horribly from AIDS, right? And it still did better than Orphan 55, right? So then we said, we've got to change the way of doing it. Let's just get the top 3 from each Doctor. That'll make it fair. You dumb cunts. I mean, really? Anyway, to establish your favorite stories from the entire history, the top three for each Doctor will then go forward into a final stage, so we can crown the overall winner at the end of the year. Again, whatever. We previously. What do you think Jodie's going to be? It's going to be Power of the Doctor is going to be number 1. Rosa will be number 2. Who gives a shit? Essentially, it'll be Power of the Doctor. Will be number 1 then. What am I up to? We previously used the same scoring system for our Series-wise, no, you didn't. For our series-wise surveys in 98, 2009, and 2014, the relative emissions came from these polls can also be seen in the charts on these pages. So we compare those results to our later survey, and everything stays the same. As we reach a relatively short era of the Seventh Doctor, it's no surprise that we find his most highly regarded story, Remembrance of the Daleks. I mean, honestly, I like pretty much everything that I like Sylvester McCoy's run a lot, right? I like it a lot. And I like the way they evolved Doctor Who with it, right? And it became contemporary. It became cool again, right? Which it hadn't been. I mean, it really hadn't been since Colin Baker, right? It really became cool. And I think it's important that Doctor Who was cool. Same with Spock, right? What's wrong with Spock in Strange New Worlds? He's not cool. He's Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, right? He's not cool at all. He's autistic. Oh, God. Again, you can only have cool people write about, and you can only have people understand morality write about, morality plays. Fine. So Remembrance of Daleks says, as well as winning surveys in a landslide shortly after its transmission in 98, it's a 4-part serial. Has consistently been voted the top of Sylvester McCoy ever since. Listen, that was the first time we saw a Dalek come upstairs. We saw. Well, listen. One second. Let's just show it for a second. Do I have this in MP4 format? Okay, there's 2 reasons, right? That there's actually a lot of reasons. Where are we up to? Over here. But more than the Dalek going up the stairs, which I think was great, right? I thought that was very good. Where is it? Doctor Who. I am looking forward to the season finale of Silo. Man, that is a good show. That is a good show. Where is it? Hang on. Yeah, Doctor Who. It's coming. She's cried. Really? 7th Doctor? Yeah, because I don't have this on. They haven't put it out on HD yet. Do I have it just as an AVI? Oh no! Here we go. So again, 2 reasons why we love it. Okay, another. The pre-title sequence was fantastic. Here we go. Oh, firstly, check out Sylvester McCoy's performance here. It is superb.
No evidence of tissue damage.
Massive internal displacement.
What?
Freaking awesome, right? Freaking awesome. It's just really worked very well. So right when this was being filmed, I was working at that summer at the Olympia. They had this massive opera thing called Aida, and one of these extras was also an extra in Aida, and we were talking about Doctor Who. Here, I love the way they can't stand to attention and order. Oh, here we go. This was a game changer. It was so good on transmission. It didn't have the Dalek blast, and we still loved it. Right? See that skeleton? Nobody's seen that before. If I can. I mean, listen. I mean, literally, you just gave an entire generation of Doctor Who fans an erection. We freaking love that. Oh, hang on. That one there. Right, just went to it. So yeah, that's one reason. It also had Mr. Bronson in, but this cliffhanger. And I kind of like the slow materialization of the Doctor. Again, one of the all-time best cliffhangers, right? We've never seen a Dalek go upstairs before like this. They did it in Planet of the Daleks, but not very well.
Hey! You are the Doctor! You are the enemy of the Daleks! You will be exterminated! Exterminate!
No, they didn't have the bolt. They had the blaster noise, but you didn't see the Dalek bolt. Again, one of the all-time greatest cliffhangers, right there, right? And also you had the little girl, you were a fool. You were born to serve the Daleks, right? It just everything about this. It was, this is what Big Finish isn't now, right? You got Ben Aronovich's like out control enthusiasm, right? And it just exuded out. And Andrew Cartmel and Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Orr and like everybody was just excited to be making good TV. I wish I could get Michael Gray to sit down and watch this, especially right like at the time, because I think he would have really put this at much more central. He would have given a bigger budget. He'd be like, my God, this is excellent. I really do think it's just good drama. As one time. So joining Remembrance in the final round would be the last two regular ventures. Curse of Fenric and Survivor. Now, I've always said Survival. You put in modern effects, modern titles, modern music, right? Widescreen it and you do it as a movie length thing. You have something that would get 7 million viewers, right, on BBC Today. Probably closer to 9, right? Also, Hell and Pace in it. And Curse of Fenric, right? Curse of Fenric was so original, right? It was so on point for the Seventh Doctor, right? And it really defined the new adventures that followed it. Both of which aired in 89. Again, these two stories have consistently ranked very highly, indicating that fans tend to feel the Seventh Doctor era ended on a high. It did! Those last two seasons were awesome. Indeed, all 4 stories of McCoy's final season, Ghostlight and coming forth in Battlefield 6. That's fair, I guess. By contrast, it's clear the first series is regarded as the weakest, with all 4 87 stories, Time the Rani, Paradise Tales, Delta and the Bannerman, and Dragonfire taking up the spots in the lower half of the chart. Again, the only one I find watchable is Dragonfire, which is actually, you got some solid performances in that. You got Tony Selby's Glitz, which really, really works. And you got, what's his name? Kane, I think is excellent. You had, what's the name from Rocky Horror Show in it? Patricia Quinn. And they were all giving, like, great. Oh, the guy from Porridge. You lucky people, you are chose to be Cave's mercenaries. That one. Oh, everybody gave these great performances in these shitty little sets. That was made out of it, like, and of course, the cliffhanger of episode 1. Please, somebody with CGI, fix that. You can fix it so easily. That said, though, Paradise Tales and Dragonfire have climbed place this time around, gaining new peak positions, probably to do with the Blu-ray release, I would have thought. This leaves the 25th anniversary story, Silver Nemesis, in 9th position, lowest placing in earning service. Again, I think that's a reflection of season 25 not being released. It's the weakest story of the season. There's a lot wrong with it, but man, the cyber ships are great. The Cybermen were great in it, right? I love. You had Ace with a slingshot and gold coins. I mean, a lot of stuff was good in it. Lady Painful was shit, right? But what can you do? As we saw the 5th and 6th Doctors last season, the 7th Doctor's relatively brief run on television means there isn't a much potential for chart movement as with the predecessors. Well, I guess that's fair. It seems that McCoy's debut story is always destined to be remembered as his weakest time of the run, because it was. There's a reason for that. Although, again, I always wanted to go to Neil Cole's sci-fi museum, because I saw him do a thing about restoring the Tetrap mask, which was fascinating. Again, those masks were good. It's just it was shit, right? Even though Sylvester McCoy's Doctor marked the end, the original was the end in 1889. After 26 years, the show didn't go out with certainly didn't go out with a whimper, as you would expect. All 3 finalists has been strong contenders in the final round. Yeah. At this point, we should also mention the 8th Doctor Soul Adventure ultimately gets past in the final. Well, obviously. Although the 96 movie is still quite divisive amongst fans. I haven't met a fan who doesn't like it. I think it's good. I think most people like it, right? I think there's much more good than there was bad. I always like the dress for the occasion. I even like that bit, right? I like that. I like that movie. That's the occasion. Though pretty much agrees that they gave us a wonderful Doctor in the Shape of Paul McGann. On that basis alone, you can't rule it out as a potential dark horse in the grand finale. I expect it to be all of Jodie Whittaker stuff. Again, this is when Doctor Who was cool again, right? Ace with the baseball bat and the Daleks, the redesigned Daleks with the new trim and the shuttlecraft. This was Doctor Who being cool again, and we all knew it straight away. And you know what? You know how I knew it? It was because the next year, like, again, I was in my later teens at the time. And, kids, I would say, don't do drugs. And I haven't done drugs for quite some time. Don't do drugs. But we were all doing drugs at the time. And we all stopped to watch Doctor. I mean, we didn't stop doing the drugs. We all stopped what we're doing to watch Doctor Who, which was good with the drugs, if I may say so. So, I think honestly, I think probably the Brigadier and the Destroyer drooling put Battlefield to edge. Let me show you a quick bit. That's the other thing that made us go nuts, right? Again, it was the going the extra mile, that attention to detail. Let me get the Destroyer when he gets free. Don't have to do the special edition. Yeah, you need to do a new title sequence. And again, they did a lot with a little amount of money. This really worked well with dealing with the nostalgia without and being able to move forward. If they had Mike Tucker working on it, would have been better. Oh, is this it where he breaks free? Yeah, there you go. I think he got free just before then. Hang on.
Breaks such an enchantment.
But I can.
If you're so bad, why haven't you...
It must be. I was wrong. Where is it? Where is it? Where he's drooling? They had the water come down his teeth. There it is.
Morgan! Is they dead?
Oh, he was a great Doctor. I know a lot of people. I think he was a great Doctor. I must have missed it.
Decisions.
Hang on. Is it over here? He's still alive over there. Is that it? Oh, he's still chained up. Hang on. I mean, again, this was a great Brigadier.
Pitiful. Can this world do no better than you as the champion?
Probably.
Oh. Hang on, he's already free by then. Where did he get free? Okay, chains are off. Chains are off over here. Chains are on there.
Hunger.
Oh, no. He just got free. Oh, man, oh, there it is! There it is! Hang on. Let me go back a little.
No.
That's it! Yes!
Doctor.
We all wet ourselves when we saw that. Okay? We were all like, whoa! Again, it was that attention. It was a love for the program they were making, and you could feel it, right? You could feel it. And I think that's what really made the show great, right? Even though it was somewhat under it wasn't loved by the BBC. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.